Hey, it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. In today's video, as you see beside me, we have the new RTV-X4 here. So this is the 4-seat unit from Kubota. It's been a little bit redesigned, and we're just going to do what we always do: start at the front, work our way to the back, talking about all the key points. After that, we're going to switch it from the 4-seat down to the 2-seat, so you get an idea how that's done, and then actually do a ride and drive. So full video for you. So let's do what we always do: start at the front, work our way to the back. Starting out front here, this is the brand new RTV-X4 seat. So we have a couple other videos out there on the cab unit as well as just the standard 2-seat, going in some pretty good detail as well. But if you're familiar with those videos, you kind of already know some of the changes that have happened. So whenever you start out front here, you'll see a brand new bumper, kind of a little bit different than what the old design was, as well as a new hood. A little bit more aggressive looking, not a huge change, but not as bland as the old one, you know, with a few different changes to it there. You'll still see the old hood available on the 1130, so whenever you compare the two side by side, you're like, oh yeah, this is a little bit more aggressive, a little bit nicer looking. You also get standard LED lights, which is long overdue, but it's great to have them. The biggest change you'll see, and it's available on the whole lineup, and retrofits all the older units too, is these new heavy-duty work sides. They are phasing out the old ones and bringing in these new ones. They're better. There's no doubt about it. They are just a better tire, better ride, more aggressive, less chance of filling up and being stuck in the mud. One thing to always remember is you don't have a humongous power pack there. You know, you're at 24 horsepower, diesel horsepower. So beautiful thing about these tires is just going to get you farther until you get stuck. So is always the joke I make, but they are a nice power pack to them, and they're a nice new tire available on every model that they have. Now let's jump back and talk about the operator station. Okay, so as we move around to the operator station, the layout is virtually the same as the cab models or the two-person, 2-seat options there. Not much different on there, but some of the updates that you're going to notice compared to the old styles, like the 1140 or the 1100, is the styling of the park brake here. It's much similar to what you're going to see on the 850. Placement wise and how it operates there. So you still got some of those great features of the tilt steering, lots of information there on the display dash. You're gonna always be selectable for forward, not forward and reverse, my apologies on that, is 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, and then you're always going to have your accelerator pedal and a brake pedal. Always the drawback to these RTVs is comfort level. So in the operator station, there's never a whole lot of room or adjustments that can be made. So if you're a taller person, you get up into that 6'3", 6'5", and that off-centered accelerator pedal, it might be uncomfortable for you. And I shouldn't say might, it more than likely will be. But just know that going in is that the operator station, although it gives you lots of information and is fairly comfortable for the average size person, if you're a little bit taller or even shorter, there's not a whole lot of adjustments to be made on that. So some of the options you can always get there, you'll see up top there is you have a roof. Highly recommend getting a windshield. You can get full cabs for these that still make it operable for being either 2 or 4-seat idea. So again, fairly popular. And then after that, there's all sorts of different things you can get inside, whether it be heat. Just the unfortunate thing is no air conditioning yet. Hopefully whenever they start moving along in the future, we see a 4-seat with heat and air conditioning. So let's jump back and talk about the box here. So when we move around to the back here, we start talking about the hydraulic dump box. It's always standard on these diesel RTVs from Kubota. Whether it's in a 2-seat or as it currently is in the 4-seat, it is still hydraulic dump box. You'll see it is rather small, you're about 2.5 feet here. Whenever it folds down, you got a super long box. So it all depends what you're looking to do. The capacities are still there. You're still going to get roughly about 1,100, 1,200 pounds in the back there and still be hydraulic dump. And those are conservative. I've seen a lot more weight in the back there and still operate completely perfectly fine. So no issues that way. It's still a very popular feature to have that, and it does work on the fly too. If you're ever looking to dump some gravel or something out the back, you can do it while moving. So again, they haven't really changed a whole lot. It's still the 2 levers on the side to open it up, and whenever you get around to the back, it still has a front and rear tow hitch, so you can put your 2-inch receiver front to rear if you're looking to either move a trailer one way or the other. So also whenever you have that is some of the options we sell quite a bit of is a winch for the front. If you do want to, you can put that on a removable panel, and because you never know which way you're going to get stuck, is have it wired so that it can go front or rear, which is nice, especially if you're going off trail kind of idea. I shouldn't really say off trail, off the back 40, and you're not really sure where you're going to be getting stuck or having any issues. It's nice. It's a nice option to have, and should have that conversation with your local dealer. So let's jump now to talking about how this goes from 4-seat down to a 2-seat.
Alrighty, so we're gonna switch this from a 4-seater to a 2-seater with the extended bed. So first, we're gonna fold the back seat up and then put these 2 seatbelt buckles down so that they're flush. And then there's a lever right here on the side to unlock the back backrest, and then it's gonna fold up and it's gonna lock in there. And then there's 2 little rubber things to hold the back rack in place. Right, like that. Like that. And then there's a lock on either side for the box. Like that. And like that. And then it's gonna come down. The back of the box is gonna fold up. And then the sides are gonna fold out. Lock in place. Same on the other side. And it's as simple as that. Now it's done.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle. I'm the resident side-by-side guy, I suppose. So when it comes to the ride and drive, I have a lot of experience. So I'm going to take you out, get a feel for this thing, and let you know what I think. Alright guys, so a few things I want to talk about while I'm away from the wind. I went by some trees here so you guys could clearly hear me. The important thing to remember with what this unit is not only is it all-encompassing, of course, you have a larger box, the capability of bringing 4 people, the hydraulic tilt, all of those great features. I think it's important to remember where Kubota comes from when they make this. So the competitors that are out there, they'll make machines on the power sport side looking back, whereas Kubota will go from farm and agriculture, what they know, and work up. So first and foremost, this thing is essentially a tractor in side-by-side form. That diesel back there, the way it operates, the torquiness, the everything, the way it works. So I think it's a great place to kind of set your mind when you're watching this thing operate. Not a speed demon. I've had lots of access to the 2-seater version of this. I drove it around my property for months. I loved it. It was an incredible workhorse. But to say it's, the perfect vehicle to go out on the trails. It's more than enough. It can absolutely do that, but it's not its focus. This is to get around the acreage, get around the property, the work site. I've seen them underground when I worked underground. They are perfect for work. So work and maybe a bit of play is exactly what I'm thinking for this. The longer chassis, it's hard to really say there's much of a difference between this and the 2-seat. You're not really going to feel it. Of course, when you're in tight trails, you might have to navigate a bit more, stuff like that. But I'm not really experiencing anything drastically different from the 2-seat version of this. It operates great. It's very torquey. The diesel is very responsive in the diesel set, if you know what I mean. It's a very rugged, tractor-esque experience. So it's not the same as like pure power, horsepower, speed kind of torquiness, but it just operates exactly like a tractor. There's no other real way to say it. It's a great machine. It's really easy to hop in and out of, which I can appreciate and is definitely the goal. You can slip in and out. I'm 5'9", so the foot possession stuff that Chris was talking about, I could see how it happens if you were going to go for a long trail ride. But if you're hopping in and out and you're going to do work around the property, I don't see an issue at my height. I could definitely see it if you're like 6 foot and above, or, you know, under 5'4" or something. So as far as adjustability, it's not the greatest. There's more than enough there for the shorter people, more so than someone who's taller than me, because there's nowhere to go. But as far as the driving experience, it's pretty awesome. You just got to remember what you're buying. You're buying more of a tractor instead of a trail machine. So something to keep in mind. I'm going to get you a few more clips on the way back up, and we'll let Chris wrap up the video.
Yeah, so that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the 4-seat from Kubota here, the RTV-X4. Again, it was great seeing how it can collapse from 4-seat down to a 2-seat, as well as Kyle taking you out on a ride and drive. So if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please down below. Thank you.